Soul-shocking news comes from the world of K-pop. Kim Taehyung, or better known as btsjk, is reportedly experiencing tremendous pressure that makes him no longer strong. More surprisingly, Jungkook finally speaks up and unpacks the real problem behind Taehyung's alarming condition. The army has been wiped out. What exactly happened? Why did Jungkook finally open his voice? These questions continue to haunt fans around the world. Many suspected that there was something that had been hidden, and now, the truth began to be revealed. Is it related to pressure from the agency? Internal problems at BTS? Or is there something bigger that has been covered up all this time? During this time, the relationship between Taehyung and Jungkook always looks harmonious. The two often show closeness on various occasions, both on stage and behind the scenes. However, who would have thought that there was something that had long been a wedge between them? Jungkook finally couldn't help himself. In a shocking statement, he revealed that Taehyung has faced a very heavy burden over the years. "I can't be quiet anymore. It's been too long and I feel like he shouldn't have endured this alone," Jungkook said in an emotional voice. The army was immediately made to wonder, what really happened? Does this have anything to do with the notorious pressure of the Korean entertainment industry? Many suspect that this problem is not just ordinary fatigue. Is there an internal conflict? Is there any pressure from outside that makes Taehyung feel even worse? If you notice, Taehyung has shown alarming signs several times. In recent occasions, his facial expression has often looked gloomy, and even in a live broadcast with the army, he had time to say something that surprised the fans. "There are a lot of things I can't say," Taehyung said in a low voice. This statement immediately sparked various speculations. I asked this a sign that something has been covered up all this time? Some fans began to associate this statement with conspiracy theories that have been circulating. Is Taehyung facing a big problem that he can't express directly? Not only that, some fans have also noticed that in recent interviews, Taehyung has often been seen avoiding certain questions or giving ambiguous answers. Does this mean that there is something bigger that has been hidden from the public? After Jungkook's shocking statement, armies around the world reacted immediately. Social media was filled with various speculations, theories, as well as calls for the agency to immediately provide clarification. The army does not stand still. They began to demand transparency on the part of the agency and asked for more attention to the mental health of K-pop idols. "We've seen too many times that K-pop artists are under so much pressure that they give up. We don't want this to happen to Taehyung," said one fan on Twitter. However, until now, the agency has not given an official statement. Are they deliberately covering something up? Or are they looking for a way to solve this problem? Amid the various speculations that circulated, some sources began to leak more surprising information. According to industry insiders, Taehyung may not only face pressure as an idol, but also very heavy personal problems. It's not just about work or pressure as a celebrity. There is something deeper than that, said the source, who declined to be named. This statement further intrigued the army. Are there any personal issues that Taehyung has been covering up? Does this have anything to do with friendly relations, or even his personal life? Some fans even began to attribute this to various past incidents involving Taehyung. Some suspect that he may be facing a very heavy conflict, both with those closest to him and with others in the entertainment industry. Not only Jungkook, several other BTS members also began to give reactions that further strengthened the suspicion that something was happening. The leader of BTS, in a recent interview gave a quite suspicious answer when asked about the condition of the members. "We always try to support each other, but sometimes there are things that cannot be controlled," RM said with a serious expression. This statement immediately made the army even more convinced that something was happening behind the scenes. Does this mean that Taehyung's problem is more serious than imagined? Meanwhile, Jimin and Jin have also looked more emotional in recent occasions. Some fans suspect that they may know something they can't reveal to the public amid the confusion over Taehyung's condition. Various controversial theories have emerged that have further muddied the atmosphere. Some believe that this is just part of the agency's strategy to create hype ahead of BTS's big project, while others believe that there is something much darker that has been covered up from the public. Some sources from within the industry claim that Taehyung's problems are not just ordinary work pressure. There are allegations that he was at odds with the agency over creative freedom and the direction of his career ahead. If this is true, then this is not the first time a K-pop idol has come into conflict with his own agency, but even more surprisingly, some fans began to associate the case with a larger scandal involving the Korean entertainment industry as a whole. Is there something bigger going on behind the scenes? One of the most controversial theories discussed is the possibility that Taehyung feels he doesn't get the same treatment as the other members. For a long time, some fans have noticed that Taehyung is often seen less in the spotlight than the other members, even though he has a huge fan base. On several occasions, he also looks less enthusiastic in promotions compared to other members. One of the events that made this speculation even hotter was when BTS attended a big event last year. During the interview session, Taehyung looks a little alienated and less talkative compared to the other members. In fact, some fans noted that he seemed a little uncomfortable. Does this mean that there is internal tension within the group? Does Taehyung feel underappreciated? Wrote a fan on Twitter. Even more shocking, however, was the statement issued by one of the former staffers who worked with BTS. In an exclusive interview, he said that several times saw Taehyung seem upset with the decisions made by the agency, especially with regard to song distribution and promotional schedules. Taehyung is a true artist. He wants to be more involved in his own music and concepts. But sometimes, he doesn't feel like he has enough space to express himself, the former staffer said. If this is true, then this may be an indication that there is an internal conflict that has been going on for quite some time. Is this what makes Taehyung even more depressed? On the other hand, Jungkook's statement revealing Taehyung's condition also drew mixed reactions. Some fans praised her courage to speak out, but others accused her of making things worse. In fact, some extreme fans began attacking Jungkook on social media, accusing him of deliberately taking advantage of this situation to attract attention. Why is he talking now? Why not if Taehyung is really having a hard time? Wrote an angry netizen. Not only that, some have also begun to speculate that Jungkook may have other interests behind this confession. Do you just want to win the sympathy of your fans? Or is it part of another strategy at play? Theories went wild when some accounts began linking Jungkook's statements to rumors that he was preparing for a larger solo project. If this is true, then it is possible that there is a business factor behind the statement. However, some fans defended Jungkook and said that he just wanted to show his support for Taehyung. Jungkook is Taehyung's close friend. He just wants to help him. Don't attack him for no reason. A loyal fan. In the midst of this chaos, all eyes are now on BTS's agency. Until now, no official statement has been issued to respond to all the speculation circulating. However, rumor has it that the agency is considering the best move to put a damper on this controversy. Some sources say that they may soon release an official statement to refute all accusations and calm the fans. But there are also those who are worried that the agency might try to hush up the matter, as is often the case in the Korean entertainment industry. Does this mean we will never know the truth? The army continues to demand clarity. They don't want to see Taehyung constantly suffer in silence, and they also want to make sure that all BTS members get fair treatment.